Hi, welcome. It's time for my campaign update, State of the Union, State of the World address for today, Wednesday, the 30th of July, 2025. Thank you for joining me. I am Susan Maud Buchser-Lochocki, a presidential candidate from last year's election, the 2024 presidential election. And I am still a candidate. I have not conceded because the election was fraudulent, and you can find out more about how fraudulent it was and what I'm doing about it. I have a lawsuit pending with the Supreme Court. I have not conceded the election, but you can find out more at my website, which is susan4usa.com. That's Susan, the number 4, usa.com. So, anyways, thank you for being here with me. Today, I want to, I'm going to be doing this again in the new format where I sort of talk about a topic and solutions. And then so there might be more than one part to today's video. Anyway, so fraud, news fraud. So, I recently started getting some on YouTube, and I'm not sure why. I think maybe on Netflix they're doing like a crime series or something, and maybe the John Benet Ramsey case was on it. And I know recently there was somebody in the family gave a new interview, and it seems to be a whole bunch of new videos coming out about it. So I don't know what's going on there, but I thought I saw a video that said that it was solved. And then I go to sleep and I wake up the next day and I see more videos saying it's unsolved. So then I do some more research and it turns out it's unsolved still. So I'm confused. And, this is happening more and more where, you see something in the news, something on any it can come in the form of an email, in the form of a text message, in the form of a Facebook ad or something on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or on X. I mean, just everywhere. And it's fake news. You think you're reading a news something, or you think you're reading something authentic, and it's a lie. It's fake. And I mean, it's not just with news, it's also with, the fisting stuff where they're trying to get information to, hack your bank accounts or whatever the case may be. And it's overwhelming, the amount of fraud going on. It's just overwhelming. I mean, it's not even funny anymore. You don't know what's real and what's not. So I don't know how to go about it. I mean, there are people who are lying, who are presenting something that they are not or whatever. And it can even be certain countries are even doing it, certain groups of people, certainly the Democrats and Republicans, but also religious organizations. So, I mean, there are just so many lies out there. So many also in the past that we were told about, that we were told that that's truthful, and then it turns out it's not. So, there's so many layers of lying and cheating and manipulation and fraud being done in a sophisticated way where it makes you believe until it at some point in the future becomes unbelievable. but people believe it for a long time. And it's no longer funny. And it's incredibly dangerous, especially for people who aren't so sophisticated, who aren't as experienced as others, who don't know what's possible. And I think it's just time that we really put our foot down on these white-collar, fraudulent lies that are being put out there. Now, since we can't control your freedom of speech, you are free to lie, cheat, and, well, not cheat, but you're free to lie and to try to convince people of things. You're free to do that. That's part of your freedom. But good, honest people have to have a safe haven to go to where they know the information is true and believable, as truthful as it can be. And I don't know if we have that currently. And since one thing that we really need to really know about is what our government is doing, not only in our country and in our state and in our town, but also what our government is doing outside of our country with other countries. So we have that aspect. Now, when I say government, I mean like all government entities. I mean police force. I mean your mayor's office. I mean your governor's office. I mean your Secretary of State's office. I mean your senators, and I mean the Supreme Court, and I mean the President of the United States. And then information coming from out of country, in country, about what's happening in other countries. That has to pass through a filter and be proven true. And I think we've lost that ability somewhere. So one way to combat fraud and manipulation and fraudulent practices is to, we can do it in several ways. My first suggestion is to have a national TV station that is played all over the United States, in every state of the nation, that has direct information coming from the U.S. President. It also has Supreme Court information and also the Congress information. Then in the Congress information, now I know we have C-SPAN, but C-SPAN, I don't know if they're as unbiased as they should be. And they were set up by cable companies. So, again, I don't know how unbiased they are. So I am looking for complete unbiased news and information. But with that said, we have that unbiased national TV channel that will have information being told to you, the U.S. citizens, of what your government, what your state government, what your federal government, what your local government is doing. So it'll be like a news channel that then will be broken down from federal news to then state news and local news. And so you'll get accurate information from your government on all levels about what it's doing for you, the people who it is supposed to be representing. So we will have that, and that will probably take up most of the day with news from around the US and around the world and the doings and whatnot of our people who we hired to do work for us. So to hold them accountable for the things that they are supposed to be doing. But then also we need a USA TV channel that is dedicated to the US people. So this would be one where we have TV shows for entertainment purposes that are of a quality that we want our citizens to have. And so, for instance, in the morning we might have some business shows, or maybe some entertainment shows, or maybe some kids shows. And then it's going to be sort of like a one-stop shop where there's going to be a mixture of everything. Something for teenagers too. You can also, of course, watch the shows when they're live, or they'll be available online when you are available to watch them. But they'll be delivered at an appropriate time on TV for those people who don't have internet, who don't have any of that, who just have a simple TV that shows a few stations and that's it. So, and then there'll be whatever late night shows and things, and there might be a president address daily, I don't know. We'll have to see how that works, a Congress address daily, or maybe we just have somebody giving the information, and then we have certain special moments where addresses are given by different people. During that entertainment show will also be then a section where states can come in and have their own special state show. Maybe they want to do a comedy about how people live in the Appalachian Mountains, so like a hee-haw type thing. So maybe they have a half hour or an hour of evening show time that's dedicated to, or like a Hawaii 5-0 for people who are living in Hawaii, and so on and so forth. So there will be family quality educational TV with entertainment purposes available. Then there'll be one other TV channel. So I guess I'm talking about 3 channels. So news, entertainment, and then your voices. And other public direct information that is needed, like a community board information, or if some people in your town want to put together some extra shows, talent shows, or public school information, things that need more detail, then you can get into like a half hour on a different TV channel. So this is what we need, I think. Plus, we also want to have public having being online and giving their opinions. Mothers and fathers and grandparents and children and everybody, teachers, all your bus drivers and mechanics giving information. I mean, maybe there's a mechanic show where they show you how to take care of a vehicle or something. So I don't know. Let's contemplate these 3 types of TV channels that will also then have 3 radio stations attached to them, where for those who are driving around can hear the news, hear the show, hear the whatever. And then also, of course, an internet channel like a YouTube channel, or like, well, certainly like a website too, where people can go and pull up a show that's past, and then they can watch it when they're available. So these are something we need to do. And since, our government can't control what you, the people, having freedom of speech and expression, what you express, we can't really control. But we can control what we, the U.S. government, wants the people to have through our filter. So we will have channels that are our filter, and they will have requirements and, rules and regulations, so that we provide good quality entertainment and information. And so the concept is to have integrity from the government, so that what you're hearing and what you're seeing is real, accurate, quality information and entertainment. Because you don't want to waste your time, and we don't want to waste your time either. So we're not here to take advantage. The government would not be here to take advantage. The government would be here to work with you, the citizen, to have a better quality of life, to know the information you have is true and accurate, and that it's good quality. So it won't be greed-based, it will be entertainment and educational-based. Or I should say it the other way, educational and entertainment-based. You know what I mean. So yeah, so that way, because it's just getting crazy not knowing whether I'm reading things that are real or not, or watching information that's real or not. It's just so crazy. So I don't know if you feel the same way, but I know I do, and I don't like it. So, yeah, family entertainment on all levels. Something from your government, something from, so news, entertainment, and, news, entertainment. I guess maybe a children's channel would be good too. Or maybe that can be worked into the local one. Yeah, maybe the local one will have like kids and teens and moms. Yeah, we'll have to see. But you get my drift. If you have some ideas, put them in the comments. Let me know, so we can work together on this. But Hollywood is putting together a lot of crap anymore, and I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of the crap coming out of Hollywood. I am tired of the violence and the grotesque disgustingness and the bad jokes and demoralizing of women. I'm tired of it. So this is sort of, to combat also the bad quality of stuff coming out of Hollywood. And I guess maybe we'll make some movies too. So, they can be seen at like drive-ins. I'd like to bring back drive-ins. I think that was a fun period of time, and I don't think we're utilizing them as much as we used to. And then I'd like to bring back, going to the theater to see good quality shows. Yeah. So that is my part 1. I do have other things I want to talk about, so I'll be back for a part 2 about violence. That's basically what I'm really getting after, violence and sexual assault. Okay, so again, thanks. See you in the next video. Bye for now.